Hey man, just giving you a quick call. I just wanted to let you know that you are so close, dude. You're so much closer than you think. A lot of these big goals that we've had and these big aspirations, they're right around the corner for you, dude. So you just cannot give up. So stoked for you to see this. P.S. We bought a Lambo. So keep going, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bryson. This is the Bryson Everyday Project Podcast. This podcast is a little bit different than other ones out there. Here, I only focus on documentation. I don't focus on quality or being professional or being entertaining. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love for you to stick around and give the show a listen. You can also follow me on Instagram at BRQUSE. Thank you so much. Here's the show.
Yeah, what's going on? I had a nice Zoom call with Mina today. Shared a lot of value, gave me some pointers and some tips on how to make the sales call thing work, how to frame it, pre-call video, pre-call form, asking questions, things like that. Got a lot of value from it, actually. And I fully intend to implement everything that he was talking about in the next call, whenever that may be. I got a lot to do. It's just a never-ending stream of work, you know. It's one thing I was thinking about earlier, which was people may work jobs and they may work up to 12 hours, you know, but the hours at that job, I would say for most people, is really spent doing, you know, half the time spent doing some work and then a quarter of the time not doing anything, and then the other quarter of the time really just dicking off, you know. And so people may say that they work 12-hour days, but they don't work 12-hour days with the pressure, the focus, the if I don't perform, I don't eat. That, you know, they don't work with that. Now, that this doesn't apply to everybody, but for the most part, I would say it does. And so it got me thinking of, well, I don't know if it really matters how many hours you work. It matters how effective you are in the hours that you do work. Because I feel as though I work all the time, but when I look at the hours that I track, it's 7, 8, 9 hours. It's not the 12, 13, 14 that I thought I was, because in my head, if I wake up at 5:30 and I start working by 6, and then I work 6 to 12, that's just 6 hours. And if I work 2 to 8, that's another 6 hours. So that's 12 hours. Yeah, easy. But what I'm seeing is that I'm working 7, 8 hours. But I mean, I don't know. That's 8 hours of work though, because I'm doing a very shitty job at logging. I won't lie. It's really pissed at myself for so many reasons, but it's interesting. So I don't know, just a thought that I wanted to share. So anyway, Zoom call was great. It's 36 minutes long. So as always, if you want to skip to the last 36 minutes of the show, you'll hear that call. It was actually a really good one. So we shared a lot of value. But today was shitty. It's so funny because it seems like I have extremely great days, and then they're followed up with very poor days right afterward. Every time it seems that way. And the reason why today was so shitty was because I ran into a speed bump that is, I don't think it's solvable, and well, it's solvable. It's a very easy solution. There's nothing difficult about it at all. It is just extremely tedious, and it would take a while. So the issue, without trying to get into the nitty-gritty detail, is there's 2 databases. One database has names. The other database has actions, we'll call them. So we'll use check-ins. So in database number 1, we have Bob, John, Craig, Jimmy. And then in database 2, we have the results of their check-ins for multiple weeks. So for 10 weeks of client check-ins for 10 clients, that would be a total of 100 rows in the second database. Because I rebuilt it, and because it's a new page and everything, nothing's connected. And the way that Notion works, I can't run automations to connect all of Bob's entries with the one Bob client in the first database. There's no way to do that. So I spent a good amount of time running different tests with automations and triggers, and trying to do some backdoor shit with seeing if I could make certain things activate if I click a button and ran an activation code and all this stuff. And nothing worked. Not even close. Nothing worked. And so the thing that I think I'm going to have to do is just sort by the client's name and then copy one relation, which is a link, and then paste that to all of the rows for that client's name, and then do that for every client. So it's shitty because Trey's check-ins, there's 1,309 rows. So that is 1,309 times I'm going to have to click, search for a client name, click the client name, hit enter. I don't want to do that. I truthfully don't even know if I would have been done by the time that I recorded this if I would have just done that instead of trying to figure out a way to do it in one click, because there's just so many. So what I'll have to do is group it by the client's name and then paste to all the rows of that client name. And so it'll still be a pain in the ass, but it'll drop it from 1,309 to maybe 200. So that's much more manageable. So if I can just average one client, I guess, every 10 seconds, then I don't know what that is, 30 minutes? But it's 30 minutes of... 30 minutes, is it really? 60... Yeah, it's about 40 minutes, actually. But it's 40 minutes of just some brutal shit. And that makes me sound like a pussy because I'm clicking buttons on a computer that I am doing so from a nice, comfortable chair in my temperature-controlled townhome in a safe neighborhood. You know, what am I bitching about? But anyway, that is 40 minutes for one database. And I think there's probably... I'm trying to think, and I think there's probably a total of 7 or 8 that I'm going to have to do. And it won't be 40 minutes for all, but if you just average it at 25, that's 150 minutes, so 3 hours. And that just sounds like hell. I don't want to do that. So I was trying so hard to figure it out. I couldn't figure this one out. So I even made a post on the Make community, and somebody responded and said, you know, you could do this, you could do this, you could do this, but without really seeing your database, I don't think this is practical. And I said, yeah, you know, with the whole business model of all this, it works great, but there's certain things that Notion has and does that are just sucks. On that note, I actually came across some subscription services, some softwares that people are selling that does a lot of what I'm doing. However, it's not specific to fitness coaches, and it lacks a lot of customization, and it's fairly basic. But I did come across them. I'm glad I did, because it kind of creates some of that oh shit inside my stomach, you know, because there are people out there selling things similar for a much smaller price. Well, I guess not much smaller, but smaller enough to almost make it a no-brainer to choose them over me. And I'm not going to lie, that really gets into my head. That makes me feel like, oh shit, you know, the market's already... It's so funny, because I know this isn't true, but it's what I think is, oh shit, the market is already taken. You know, there's already people here that have already been established. They're running ads. They got great success stories. They are helping people who are, you know, making $1 million a month, blah, 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 blah. And they're charging a fraction of what I don't know if I can, you know. So all these things go through my head, and it makes me feel bad about, I guess, myself and what I'm building and things like that. It sucks. It's a shitty feeling. But I have to press on. I have to keep moving, you know. I need to have the confidence to press on even when the outcome is uncertain. So that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I don't know. What the fuck else am I going to do? I've made so much progress on this, you know. But anyway. So, shitty day. I actually was so brain dead with all the stuff that I was working on today that I actually took a nap. Took a 30-minute nap. And it was honestly the first time I took a nap in quite a while, actually. So it was very interesting because every time stuff like this happens, I really try to analyze what happened, what's different today, why am I so tired today, and why wasn't I not tired yesterday? You know, because today was a rest day from the gym, and from kind of exercise, I guess. And I guess not exercise, but just some vigorous activity. And why was I tired today? But yesterday I ran, I guess, sprints, because a little update on yesterday, I guess. My watch kept going with the timer, so I thought I ran another mile much quicker than I did, but it was just because it was going already. So I don't even know. I ran almost 3 miles, but whatever. But anyway, I try to just think about why things are the way they are and try to evaluate how to make it not happen, or make it more of it happen, depending on what it is. But anyway, I don't know if I have anything else to say. It's 10:45 p.m., November 12th, 2020. Wait. What? I'm kind of tripping out right now because I could have sworn today was the 11th. I was so certain that today was the 11th all day long, because I wrote a lot of examples in the stuff that I was building, and I used the 11th all day today. That's so weird. I'm really tripping out. That is weird as fuck. I was so... Whatever. At least it's not October, huh? If you know, you know. All right, well... Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I want to share other than my goal is to get all of this done. Oh, you know what? I actually do have some more to share. Regardless of... So this issue that I faced today, I did a lot of thinking and trying to figure out solutions. In the middle of all that, I realized that this is not needed for Trey or Mina to use what I've built. They don't need this to continue working. Yes, it's helpful, and I will get it in there, and they're going to miss a lot of data if I don't. But if I give them the systems and I turn it on, it can still be on, and me add all the data to their systems. So when I realized that, it was also a big relief, because I can give them everything, and then with time, just crank away at however many per day, per hour, whatever. And then, within a week or two, if I just do a little bit here and there, then it'll be done. And everything will be linked, and everything will be fine, and there will be no issue. So with that in mind, it gave me a little bit of relief knowing that there's not a deadline for this tedious-ass, bullshit-ass, horseshit-ass bullshit. I just have to get it done sooner than later. But so the goal is to finish everything for Trey tomorrow, and then Friday we're going to shut down his Notion for the day. I'm going to implement everything, turn it on, make sure everybody sees everything, record videos if necessary, blah blah blah, and then I'm going to turn it back on so Saturday they can use it. Probably going to be a shit show because I got to answer so many questions for the new stuff. And then I'm going to spend Saturday and Sunday working on the same thing for Mina. I'm actually working on it right now because I was so fucking fed up with how earlier it was going that I wanted to do something. And so the idea is for all that to be delivered Sunday, and then probably answer a lot of questions and do some community or some customer support stuff. Then I have a few other things to take care of as far as recording videos for Mina, because he wanted me to make a little quick overview video so that he can send that to people when they ask him what he uses after, this is the full finished product. And then, yeah. And then they can see that rather than just random videos of one-off systems, things like that. So, very cool stuff. I think I'm most excited to just be done with this implementation phase. I will absolutely need to figure something out in the future, though, because if I have to do this every time I redesign a system or I give somebody a new system, this doesn't work. I'll have to be very strategic about these systems that I update and how I update them for clients of mine who want the upgrades and additions and things like that, which will be Trey and Mina forever. So that's my promise, I guess, because they're paying me. You know, if you want to put it on paper, Mina is paying me $2,000 a month for the system, in a sense, and Trey's paying me $1,000 a month. And what I'm charging for a new customer would be per month would be $5,000 up front, and then it'd be $400 a month. So in that regard, they're both overpaying a lot. So I am sure that once they get the full system and everything is good to go, I'm sure my days are limited there. And so anyway, it was my promise to them to give them the highest package, because they have afforded me this opportunity to work and learn almost on their dime, you know. I mean, kinda. It's not really, but kinda, you know. So anyway, in the future, when I make these updates, it's going to be the same thing. And so big reason why it's an issue is because there's certain things that, everything's going to be updated and changed and things like that, because it's a whole new system. But in the future, when it's just a one-off thing here and there, we might not have that problem. It's only when certain databases are updated. But I'm sure that there's a way to actually... Oh, you know what? I wonder if I... Hold on. I don't know. If I make a automation... I'm just trying to think of... I think I may have found out a way to do this with this whole dilemma that I'm talking about today. If I add... I don't know. I'm going to write this down, actually, before I forget. I'm going to pause. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. I have these ideas, and they sound great in my head, and then I write them down, and then I try to put them into practice, and no, it doesn't work that way. Damn it, I said, oh well. All right, well, it's 10:57, November 12th, 2025. I need to go to bed. That's the show. Thanks for listening. Here's the call with Mina. Peace.
What's up, dude?
Oh, dude, I'm just lagging away.
So
excellent.
Yeah, you're like robotic. That's why I didn't think you were here yet.
Is this better?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
You know, fucking fix your connection, bro. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
I can hear you, but you're like, yeah, I can hear you, but it's like very robotic.
I'm closing every program on my computer that I'm not using, so I don't know if that'll help. Yeah, dude, something's been going on lately, because when I was recording all these...
Blank.
Oh, sorry, what?
Your background is blank. I think you have a cutoff effect. That's...
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what's been going on. I've been recording videos and stuff, and when I do record, because it shares my screen with itself to record, it just is so laggy. I don't know why. Something happened.
You're good, bro.
Is that better? That's way better.
Yeah, it is.
That's so weird, dude. What's up?
Chilling like a villain, bro.
Yeah. How is everything with the...
my life.
You what?
Not doing shit with my life.
Not doing shit with your life? What do you mean?
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. How close are you to
What were you gonna ask?
the $200,000 goal?
I don't know, man. I mean, we're gonna hit 100K again this month.
Yeah.
But don't know about 200K.
No? think Black Friday will pull a last minute buzzer beater and secure a lot of...
I mean, Black Friday will probably hit us $50K.
In one day?
In the week, yeah.
That's insane, dude. So 2 weeks from now?
Yeah. It's usually the case, and I'm just going to start, like, just giving so much value. Still want to chase 200K just to say I hit 200K.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I was talking to Brian yesterday. So I think Brian feels, I don't know if it's worried or what, but Will is like taking a lot of his clients.
Oh, really?
Will targets people that are like the best clients in other people's programs, right? So what I've noticed in the MDM, and people are noticing too, where it's like the MDM now, like they were just pushing for anyone to join the MDM and pay the $30,000 for the membership. So there's a lot of people there that just ask stupid ass fucking questions. You're in the group chat, right? Still?
I am. Actually, I don't know why, but I am.
Yeah. It's fucking like some of the questions that you see there, and then even in the community itself. You don't see the community, right?
No, I don't. Just the group chat.
Stupid ass questions, bro. Like, it's like, all right, man. Like, I know that's how we all started. But there comes a point where it's like, why are you asking? Like, you're an entrepreneur. Figure it out. You know?
Even in the CLA, people were asking questions about how to help their clients get results and stuff. You know?
I go to the CLA when I just want to get pissed off.
When you want
I go to that page because I have access to the page in the Facebook. I commented on one kid's shit. And I went at him. Some kid that's like fucking posting every 10 seconds. Just kept coming up my Facebook, and then I muted the notifications. But I saw one of his posts. He was like, can't believe I wasted my entire time on this one call. I had an hour call with this client, and I knew he wasn't qualified, but I just did it for the money.
I know who you're talking about. It's like Lucas or something?
Yep. So he's like, I did it for the money, but it was a fucking waste of time. Never doing that again. So I commented, I'm like, yo, bro, just want to let you know, like, coming from a good place, but if you're just doing this, like, if you're just joining calls and trying to impact people just for the money, like, Lily quoted that for him, you're in it for the wrong reasons, and like you're not going to grow until you like disconnect from that, you know. But I look at those posts, I'm like,
yeah.
But it's starting.
Hey, we all start somewhere, though.
I know, and that's why it's whatever. But anyways, Brian feels that way. I think Brian feels a little bit not attacked, but worried.
Yeah, makes sense.
He's putting together calls for people that just like 100K and over. So we joined that call last night, and everyone's kind of in the same shoes. Like now, like it's like a new way of thinking. I feel after I've been there, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, man, like I hit the 100K and I was like really happy, but then I was just like, okay, you know. So my thinking is like, if I hit 200K, which I know we can do it, but then what? You know?
Yeah.
The next month after we'll dip. You know, I'd much rather hit that with like sustainable 100, 200, you know?
Yeah.
So that's just my 2 cents. So I'm pretty indifferent if we hit it or not at this point.
Well, damn, dude. I hope that didn't kill your spark or your fire or anything, but...
Oh, my fire's been dead, my man. My fire is barely there, but we just keep trekking along, you know?
Yeah, well, if you want to work for free for a few months, FitBiz OS is hiring, so... Just playing.
I'll be your closer, bro.
Yeah, dude, yeah, do that. I think, you know, I don't want to dive into this right now, but I think it is in my best interest right this very second to get a closer, but I want to learn the skill, and if that means I don't make money for a while, then that's fine.
You can't have a closer without knowing how to close yourself.
Right, yeah, for so many reasons, but yeah, I also want to learn the skill above all else. There's a lot that goes with that. It's a big package deal of the confidence and the discipline and all that stuff, so.
It's actually not, believe it or not. All it is, like, when you told me on that voice note, which is why I was like, yo, let's actually talk about this today. When you told me on the voice note that you talked for an hour and a half or whatever it was, an hour or something.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, that's not what you want to do on a sales call.
Yep.
You know, and trust me when I tell you, I've done it plenty of times. So I'm telling you from experience.
Yeah. No, I learned a lot, so I'm glad that happened.
What you want to do, man, is just ask questions. That's it. Just ask questions. Be like, okay, cool. Like, how are you tracking it now? Like, what are you finding? Okay, are you tracking this? Tracking that? You know, like things like that. Do you know your churn rate? What's your churn rate? You know what I mean? Like, just ask those questions and poke holes in what they're doing, and make them realize more and more that they have a problem without even saying anything about your solution. You just keep asking questions about problems. That's the discovery part of the call. That's it. You know? And during the discovery part, you're taking notes, because then your offer is based off of what they said in the discovery. Everyone's offer will look a little different based off of what they said in the discovery.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, it's cool, Bryson. So obviously, you know, we've talked for a little bit. You've identified that you're using Google Sheets to track pretty much everything. You probably have different sheets, or maybe a master file with a whole bunch of different sheets. It's a lot of manual work. You know, maybe you've seen formulas go to shit. You know, Excel sheet. I know. I'll tell you from experience. I've worked with a couple clients that are making over 100K right now. Say that. Never.
That's true.
You work with Dawson, you work with me. I've worked with clients making over 100K, and they have the same issues. You know, like they, at the end of the day, had some times where it just fucking sheets all over the place, or formulas breaking, and then they gotta go in and fix it. So I definitely feel like what we have could be a game changer for you. And I'll tell you from experience, like at the end of the day, as you scale, maybe you're not there right now, but as you scale, you're gonna need these systems sooner rather than later. You know. So what I would want to do is kind of show you what we do, you know, based off of what you said, and kind of give you just a little bit of a sneak peek of like what we do in terms of our systems. And these are the exact systems that I've given these clients, you know, Dawson, Mina, that are making over 100K. Cool with you? Cool. Okay. So this is what I have, right? I know I'm not going to go through absolutely everything right now, because that would take us a long time. But three identifiers, or two things you identified during this call was that you needed help with retention and churn, and you needed help with tracking leads or your finance, whatever, like fucking anything. So this is kind of what we do. It's all automatic. This. Would you think this is something that would be helpful for you? Nice, cool, okay. So we have a couple of tiers to the programs. Again, I haven't shown you absolutely everything, because it's going to take some time. We actually cover that during our onboarding, because during onboarding, I want you to be super comfortable with everything that you're given. And you're going to be very surprised with, like, you may have things that you're going to look at and be like, this is super valuable for me right now. And then you're going to see some things that might be super valuable for you as you scale. Obviously, you want to scale, right? That's what you told me. So this is what we have. We have our three tiers, this, and this. Which one makes more sense for you? Done.
Damn, dude, that was money, yeah.
I'm definitely oversimplifying it a bit, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, that was a 5-minute pitch, but yeah.
Yeah, but like, it's that. The process of a sales call, Bryson, is always, first off, you set the frame, right away. And by the way, you're going to be talking to fitness coaches that understand what you're doing. Like me, for example, whenever I pitched on a program, I know what they're doing. I know we're in discovery right now, and I know he's about to show me, you know, like he's about to pitch me. I know. But at the end of the day, cut that barrier. You're like, yeah, and by the way, man, like, I just want to let you know, like, yeah, I'm going to be asking you a bunch of questions, and you're probably well aware of, like, the whole sales pitches that everyone does. But genuinely, like, how we do things is I just want to be able to help you. That's all. So I don't want you to take these questions as, like, me digging into your pain points and stuff or anything like that, because I know that's what we do in this industry. But I do want to actually find out what exactly you're looking for and show you what we do. That's it. Dude, you do that right in the beginning, like to someone like me, I'm like, fuck, nice, I respect it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
They don't think like I'm just, all right, he's about to try and close me on this deal.
Yeah. Being kind of upfront about it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's money. I like that.
Yeah. Just identify what the fuck they're looking for. Tell them straight up, I'm not going to show you everything because it would take a while, you know, and I want to be respectful of your time. But these are like the main things that you went over that I want to show you. Done.
Okay. Would you do any part of the discovery in a form that they fill out before the call just to accelerate the call, make it even faster? Or is it better to have them talk about it face to face, like that? You know what I mean?
Both. You have a form that they fill out, like on your Calendly or fucking whatever the fuck you use, Neato. But on the Calendly, you can have questions they fill out when they book the call, you know, and make the form that way. And then it's almost like you're asking the questions. Okay, cool. Like, look, I took you mind if we jump right into things? Cool, yeah. And then give them the whole spiel. Like, look, I'm going to be asking questions, and I know you already know in the fitness world, in the industry, like the sales pitching and stuff like that. I'm genuinely asking questions, not to dig in whatever, blah, 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 what I just said. And then, look, I took a look at your questions. I took a look at the application. Let's have a couple more questions just to kind of see exactly what you're doing. You don't want to make your questions too detailed on the application, so they give too much information, then you have nothing to talk about. You just want to get like a good idea. Okay, cool. Like you said one of your biggest pain points in like tracking your numbers was retention, right? How are you tracking your retention right now? You know? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Like, how are you tracking your recurring income? Curious. You start asking questions and showing them pain points that maybe they're not even aware of. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because you know common pain points in this industry. How the fuck do I know my recurring income? How the fuck do I know this? How the fuck, what's my churn rate? Oh, I don't know. You know, things like that. So
yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't do any of this.
I know, but I didn't do any of that shit either on my first couple sales calls either. Mm-hmm. I spent the entire time fucking talking about the program. Mm-hmm. No one's gonna buy the program. No one's gonna buy the system. Everyone's gonna buy the solution. That's right. It. So the whole point behind a sale is like the psychology behind it is dig into pain points, dig into like their problems, then offer the solution. That's it. You don't have to do anything about, oh, this is the code behind Notion and this is how it looks like. I don't give a shit about that.
I didn't do that.
I know you would, but I'm just saying like in general, you know, because like I made the mistake of like, oh yeah, our app actually connects to your Apple Health and I see your step count. No one gives a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or what's a better sell? Oh, my app connects to your Apple Health and I see your steps. Or actually, I have a big understanding of like how active. I'll have a big understanding of how active you are. I'm going to make changes so you can lose the 20 pounds.
Yeah, there we go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, makes sense.
So,
dude, I record everything, and so I recorded that call. So thank goodness. But what's so shitty is the last 20 minutes didn't get recorded, which is like the most critical part. And it would have been so great to have that on audio, dude.
Well, how do you pick? Who was this person? Do I know that?
Maybe his name was Andrew Kuskovsky. It was a referral from Dawson like 2 months ago, but I wasn't finished with anything. But anyway, he told me from the start he only had an hour, and in my head I was like, oh, that's fine, you know. And then here we come on the hour, and dude, it's so embarrassing. But at the very end, he was like, all right, man, well, I only got like 5 minutes left. Can you show me the cost, you know? And I was like, oh, yeah. And then I showed him everything. And then he told me from the start he had to go. So whether or not it's true or not, whatever, learning experience. But he's like, all right, man, well, hey, I got to bounce to another call. It was nice meeting you. And then I was like, hey, you too. And then hung up just like that. And I sat there and I was like, oh, fuck. You know?
Right, bro. You're gonna hit those stories all the fucking time, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad it happened in some ways, but, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I have someone that's going to probably be your first sale, by the way. Macros with Matt.
You have, for me. Oh, very cool. I know of him, Matt Orlando, right?
Yeah. He's a cool fucking dude, and we always bounce ideas off of him. And I allied him. I gave him a sneak peek of like, yo, I'm working with this guy. Once everything's done, I'm going to tell you. He's like, okay, bet.
Very cool.
So see, I don't know if things have changed in the last couple months because I talked to him a couple months ago.
Yeah.
About it, but it's worth a shot now that everything's basically done. You know.
Yeah, everything's ready to rock and roll, dude. I mean. What I've created is like version 1, and I'm gonna sell that, but I'm gonna continuously work on version 2, and then when that's ready, you know. So constantly,
like once you have like a preliminary video or something, kind of like high level overview of everything, let me know, and pretend or if you even record it, because I think that will be a really good alley for you and like alley-oop, because I would just send it to Matt or whoever else and be like, yo, by the way, like, this is something that Bryson built for me, with everything. And I just wanted to show it to you. Like, if you're interested, let me know, because he's actually started to build this for other coaches too.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like an easy thing for me to send someone a video that you sent me, rather than like, oh, hey, I'm trying to help out Bryson and here's a sales pitch,
Yeah, don't want it to come off that way. Yeah, I could record some very basic overview of stuff and then make it quick as if I'm talking to you, and then, yeah, that'd be helpful, dude.
I mean, I just want to send this over because now that we're kind of done with everything's all done and up and rolling, I just want to give you an overview of like what we have all together, and then obviously you and I can talk about like the details of stuff. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Very cool.
Send that. I'll literally fucking send it over to Matt and shit, and he's all yours, and anyone else that's interested too.
Very cool. Yeah, whenever that happens, though, just make sure that they know that it's not hourly work or anything like that. Because I will customize stuff. That's part of the package deal of the recurring revenue. But yeah.
No. I mean, I'll tell them like, yo, just trust. I got you. I'm gonna hook it up.
Very cool, dude. Well, thanks.
Cool. Was there anything we want to talk about with my shit?
No, I mean, if you want an overview right now, I can show you stuff. Whatever you want to see.
Is everything done? Or not yet? Nothing's hooked. So if you wanted to start using it right this second, you could, but nothing that you guys have tracked would be in there. So I have to transfer all the stuff, like, for example, all the adjustment log stuff. I have to copy paste that, move it over. All the check-ins, copy paste that, move it over. All the master log, Okay.
And that's, like I've always told you, dudes, that's the most tedious, frustrating, annoying part. So it's going to take
I know.
It really is going to take me the rest of this week. I'm doing the same thing for Trey. I'm trying to do stuff for Trey and then also you at the same time, because it's just much easier. Like, dude, I mean, I sat here trying to write notes on how to, I guess you can't see that. Awesome. I tried to write notes on how to do each thing, because I was just sitting here like, what the fuck is,
Yeah, I get it. I think what we can do is, why don't we just work on this week, connecting everything up and running, and then record the video, the high review video.
Okay.
Shit, these guys are just fucking booking calls left and right. Sorry, I just keep getting fucking notifications.
No worries.
Sorry. But yeah, so do that, connect, then record the overview, because I think it's going to be more powerful when there's actual data there. Like, you can, hey, this is the amount of adjustments this person's had, for example, things like that.
Yeah.
So, like, you have real clients, because that'll work better to be able to show, like, it's being used,
Right. Yeah. Well, I have a whole bunch of fake data in there. I record 90 videos for every single process.
I know. But if I show fucking someone a video and it says Tom Brady as the fucking client,
Yeah.
So it'll be
yeah. Did I send you a video that had Tom Brady as a client? Because I absolutely did that.
You had like LeBron James or LeBron something. Like,
oh, did I have Michael James and LeBron Jordan or something?
I think something like that.
Yeah. I'm
Good shit, bro.
Yeah,
shit.
I'm pumped about this, dude. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. And what's cool is I'm also in Will's community, and I'll talk to Will. Because I think he uses Notion.
Shit.
Yeah. So I'll also see like what he does in the community, because like I'm not as close to Will as I am with Brian, right?
Yeah.
But I'd like to see like what other people are looking for and stuff, because Will's fucking growing, bro.
Mm-hmm. I get his ads all the time now. All the time. Yeah, I don't even follow him, but he is all over the place now.
I know. And that's how I'm trying to be.
Like, everywhere. Honestly,
I'm at the point now where I'm just fucking... I opened up another Amex just for ads. Like, just fucking hammer that shit. Yeah.
Wow, dude, that's crazy.
That's why all of my fucking bank accounts and shit have been fucking gone to shit. They see influxes of money, they see money coming in, money coming out, then they see I open an Amex, they're like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Well, that's a cool security measure, but yeah, it's frustrating, I'm sure.
It's my fucking 4th or 5th Amex, and they're just like, this guy's just getting points and shit. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck him, shut him down. He's abusing the system, yeah.
Yeah, but cool. Anything else?
I don't think so, dude. Is there anything that you wanted to see? I mean, I don't give you an overview of how things work. I mean, up to you. I don't care either way.
I want to see when everything's up and running. You know?
Yeah.
That's what I would prefer, honestly, just because like I just want to see like real data and like actual adjustment logs and stuff, and then I want to see it with the understanding of like, okay, right after I see it myself, I'm gonna tell the other guys to fucking use it right away.
Okay.
You know? So I think we'll be good there. As soon as that's...
Can I show you this? It's kind of like the whole offer, like the features and then the two packages and the cost. Can I show you this?
Yeah.
So I had 4, and then I asked feedback from you and Trey, and then Trey was like, hey, there's too many, and I thought about it, I looked at it, and then I essentially just narrowed it down to 2. So it's just, there's basic, which is like you buy the system, that's all you get. Can you see this, by the way? It says you did. So you get the system, that's it, but the VIP, you get the full-blown, everything that comes with it. Mm-hmm. And then the bottom line is this right here. So I moved the pricing around to make the VIP even more, even more enticing. I don't know. And then with the referral, every referral you bring, it'd be $100 shaved off for life. So that's kind of I think that's valuable, but I don't know.
So the VIP is cheaper, but has the monthly.
Yeah. I mean,
What if someone says, I want the VIP, but I don't want the weekly KPI reports?
I would probably just say that they would get the basic, because that's kind of the main bread and butter of the whole. We have the weekly KPI reports, like that's the whole,
Okay, I see.
So I would just say, hey, no worries, basic it is then. Oh, here's the referral. So every time they get a referral, they get 100 off permanently. So bring 4, then it's free. I think that's super valuable, dude. I don't know if I was doing a coaching program and they said, hey, bring us 4 people.
Oh, I mean, for sure, it's valuable.
Because that 400 turns into 1,600,
I'm just thinking to myself, you can probably just charge the same thing for VIP.
Oh, make this also $5,000?
Yeah.
Okay. Just boom, just like that.
My thought, and like, yep. And actually, all you got to do is $397 a month. You get all the rest of the stuff.
You think $400 a month is fine? Because I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm just selling out of my own wallet here, but they got to pay for Notion, and so if they have a team of 10, that's going to be another $200.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have to pay for Notion, right?
Yeah. I entertain that whole idea of I would pay for it, but it just gets messy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if this is $400 a month and they have a team of 10, that would be $240 a month. I mean, obviously, they would probably, I don't know, that part's tricky. So I wrote some notes to myself down here of like how I can bundle up Notion as part of this deal. So like they know they're not getting just a system, they're getting what Notion offers, which is the workplace, the documents, the note-taking, AI. They're getting all of that. That's not because of me, but it's just how I have everything's bundled up, Because I just want to make it very, very obvious that 400 is pretty fucking cheap for everything. So I gotta figure that out. But yeah,
this looks a lot better than the last one. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I just trimmed the fat, and I was like, hey, you just buy the system outright, or you buy the system outright, and then you get all the services. So the monthly reports, weekly reports, full customization if you want a custom check-in thing, if you want a custom follow-up thing, if you want to get your reports every day instead of every week, whatever the fuck you want,
So why don't you just make it one offer with an add-on?
One offer, so it would just be one offer, and then you can, if you want the extras, it's, I guess kind of that's what that is right now. So I guess that's kind of what it is right now, actually. So you buy it, or then you get all the services packed with it. So the system, and then you want the services.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just an idea. Obviously, you go through it however you'd like. Yeah, it's the whole systems and everything that we already have pre-built for you. We'll integrate it, migrate your data, make sure it's up and running, teach you how to use it, teach your team how to use it, everything like that. Upfront, $4,997 or $3,997, whatever you choose. And then, we also have the automations, the integrations, the KPI reports, the customization. Like if you, hey, I want it to look this way, I want it to look that way and stuff, $400 a month.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, because they get the whole, like, custom everything, the reports that go out. A shit ton of reports, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I think the idea is that every week they have a full scope on every single area of the business and they don't do anything. As long as their team uses it, which is so simple, like to check in a client, you click once. It's done, Yeah. Follow up one button.
You know what would be really cool for you, bro? Spitballing ideas. You should have a pre-call video.
Oh, okay.
And you can do a pre-call video already showing certain systems.
Okay.
Like your pre-call video can be something like, hey, look, like you're obviously here right now as a fitness coach because you probably looking to scale. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am not a business coach. I'm not going to promise you I'm going to make you 10K a month or something like that. But what I will do is make your life so much easier and take things off your plate. So that way, if you're working with a business coach or if you're looking to just scale your business on your own, you can do that without the headache of this. I'll show you a couple features. Obviously things will dive deeper on your call itself. Here are a couple features. And then just think of like the most popular features you can show. Check-ins are obviously one, right?
Yeah.
Financial log is another. And then that way, like you're saving time because they've already watched it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a good idea. How does that work? Just an email that gets sent out? Or is it something that you can do with Calendly?
You can when someone books a call on Calendly, you can set it so it goes to a specific link, and it can be that landing page link or just a link to that fucking Loom,
Mm-hmm.
And then also like since you're gonna be booking call yourself, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So when someone books a call, be like, send me a screenshot or just let me know what time slot you pick, whatever. And then after they confirm that they book, you'd be like, cool, like, hey, look, I wanna be respectful of your time. I want to just give you a little better understanding of like what I do. So here's the video I want you to watch before a call. Just let me know once you finish it. That's it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, because I talked for an hour straight and I only got through half of everything, and I was cruising. So I mean, there's so much here. So
yeah, and you have to remember like retention rate at the end of the day. Like I'm telling you, that guy probably checked out a little bit in the middle of the call.
Probably.
Just because, like, again, like you want to show more of like his struggles and like, his solutions.
Well, I asked him what the main interest that he had, pretty much, and he told me, and then I dove into those first, and then
what did he say?
He said the renewals, and then he said kind of like the whole idea of tracking a client with churn or retention. So like when did they leave, why they leave, things like that. And then there was, I think it was just overall finances. So how, like who's the monthly upcoming payments. So like who's going to pay when, how many payments have they had?
Yeah.
So I jumped into those first, and yeah, everything was great. And then
so now like the more calls you have, the more data you have of what people are looking for. So you can include that in pre-call video.
Yeah. This is kind of off topic, dude, but I want to share this with you. So listen to this idea. So imagine like future thinking. I don't know. We'll just say 100. So I have 100 clients, and that's way out there, but there's 100 clients. And every time they do something in their system, it works normally. They track everything. But I also have that funnel to a spreadsheet that has all 100 coaches' data, and I can I guess have a helicopter view of how everybody's check-ins are, or how everybody's close rate is, or how and get sums, totals, averages of the coaching space, and then be able to offer that data to coaches for them to make better decisions, or for them to see trends or projections. You know what I mean?
I mean, it works, but why would I care?
It's a good question.
Sorry to be blunt, but
no.
Just like it.
No, it's a good question. I think what I was thinking of would be, all the numbers for everybody, so that, I think it more pertains to check-ins. So like what's the average check-in rate for everybody, and like what are the people who have the highest doing that the people who have the lowest aren't doing, and be able to just dissect that way, So find the commonalities of why.
How would you know?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think we'd have to implement more things to track, but
I think so. Personally speaking, I think that idea is valuable, but not for coaches like me. It would be for coaches like Brian and Will.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I just want to let you know, like, I have 100 coaches, and I'm looking at data right now, and everyone's close rate is like 30%. That's the average close rate.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so I could be the data host for Brian and Will, and
I know that's like way far off.
that's so far out, dude. Yeah.
But get 100 clients first, bro.
Will do. Shit, if I had 100 clients right now, dude, goddamn.
Yeah, it would be fucking awesome. But yeah, I think you're sitting on a gold mine, bro. It's just a matter of just getting it out there. That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna set this up for you and Trey, and then my idea was to, because it'll be done, my idea was to just go ham with social media and just
send me the fucking video, bro.
Yeah, I will. That shouldn't take too long. I mean, ideally I make it 5 minutes max, so that way when somebody watches it, they're not like, for fuck's sake, a 2-hour podcast, you know?
Yeah, no. Don't make it a 2-hour podcast with the fucking voice notes you send me.
Shut the fuck up. They're not that long. I do have a podcast if you want to listen to a podcast.
I got to start my podcast. Dude, I paid the guy and everything. I never even did anything.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Keep me posted on things, bro.
Okay.
And let me know if you need anything from me. Okay?
Okay. You got to go right now. I just have one quick question.
Quick, yeah.
If there was a system, it wasn't like tracking or anything like that. It was just like a template. You push a button and it pops up with like list items or to do today, or I don't know, meeting recap where you take notes or whatever for the team, or spot to leave notes and SOPs and stuff. Would that be helpful, you think? Would you use that?
What do you mean? Like I click a button and then what, like popular tasks or something for me to do?
Well, just a spot. So to clean up all your Word docs and your spreadsheets over here and notes, just to put it in one spot to share with your teammates. And yeah, I just brainstorm things together. Or like you want to have somebody check in a certain way rather than having them go to a Google Doc. They just click the button that's already in Notion that just opens up the profile that says how to check in with the client, things to say, templates, copy paste messages. You know what I'm saying?
But where is that going to live? Like on the homepage, or like depending on the category?
Yeah, it would just be like right next. So if I'm looking at check-ins, there would be like a little button over here that's like how to follow up with the check, or how to communicate with the client during check-in. You click it, it takes you to the page that you wrote.
So it gives you like SOPs and stuff?
Yeah, that you write or whoever writes. Like that's completely out of my control. Like you, whatever you want. Yeah. I'm just thinking of ideas that can be more valuable than just.
So it's just basically the information vault that we have, but just like inappropriate spots.
Yeah, like how to do this. You know, following up with a client. What do you say to them when they're having a shit day? What do you say to them?
That would definitely be useful for sure.
Okay, cool. That was a question. All right.
Okay, cool. Simple question. Yeah, I think that'd definitely be useful. Like if I'm fucking following up with people, I press this and I see, okay, this is the follow-ups. This is how to do follow-ups.
Yeah. Well, the idea is that the team uses it, you make it, though. So it's just more work for you to do, but it helps the team out. So.
We have a bunch of SOPs on check-ins and stuff, so. Mm-hmm. Cool,
dude.
All right.
I appreciate
you, bro.
Yeah, of course.
This is big, man. Just keep me posted, okay?
Thanks. Will do.
Fucking shorten your sales calls, bro.
Dude, it wasn't even a sales call. I just talked to him, and then I showed him how much it costs. Yeah.
All right, bro.
All right, see you, man.
Peace, bro. Peace.
View meeting recap. How do I view a meeting recap? View meeting recap. Join. Okay, I guess I can then. What is this? Delete and remove. I don't know what the fuck all this is. All right, peace.